He has a point, T.I., if Tony Romo just started playing last year. But you've been in this league. You've been a starting quarterback for the Cowboys for at least 7 years. One playoff game playing in that $1 billion playpen. That's pathetic.
And every year, people continue to make excuses for Tony Romo. They continue to lower the bar. They continue to lower the bar.
That's it.
And for Vic, they continue to raise the bar. And they continue to increase their expectations of Vic.
Preach.
So I don't understand what the difference is. Is it because...
See, that's a stupid analysis. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Because Michael Vick is much more talented than Tony Romo. That's why he went first overall.
I'm glad you said that.
Well,
I'm glad you said that.
I think it's obvious that he is.
Well, T.I., obviously Michael Vick no longer plays for the Falcons, but they got Matt Ryan, they got Roddy White, they got Julio Jones talking all kinds of smack, saying nobody's going to be able to stop us this year. They shouldn't even try. What do you expect from your Falcons this season?
I mean, I expect for them to be better than they was last year. I think you got to take it one game at a time. You know, they have a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, and they have a lot of they have a lot of talent. They have a lot of opportunity, and I believe that they're going to be better this year than they was last year. We're going to start there.
But don't you think it's gotten to a point where Coach Smith and Matt Ryan, they've got to get it done. Y'all ain't winning playoff games. I mean, it's nice to get it done in the regular season. But when you look at the Atlanta Falcons, you got Julio Jones. He's a stud. I like him. But you talking smack and y'all haven't won a playoff game yet? Roddy White's a stud. He's big time. But, I mean, I don't want to hear all of that. You look at what they got in Turner at running back, what they got in Roddy White, Julio Jones, what you got in the tight end in Tony Gonzalez. There is no excuse why the Atlanta Falcons can't win a playoff game. Are y'all telling them that?
This is the absolute truth, and I have no argument here. I have no argument here whatsoever. I just feel that when you're in that position, you have to take it one game at a time. You have to take it one game at a time.
Well, hold on just a second, T.I. We don't do one game at a time on this show. We lay it on the line. So we have to know right now, what do you expect from the Falcons? Just lay it on the line.
The Falcons will win a playoff game. The Falcons will win a playoff game this year.
Okay, I'm with Stephen A.
I got a trick.
And the Cowboys will not.
Ooh, now that's a prediction. I will disagree with you on that. Yes.
Hey, Skip, I got a trick question for T.I. here. What if the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons play in the first round of the playoffs, Michael Vick against your Atlanta Falcons?
Ouch.
Who's winning that game in the playoffs if they meet first?
Ouch. I mean, you know, I'm gonna have to ride with the home team.
So you would pick the Falcons to beat Michael Vick and the Eagles?
I would have to. I'm from Atlanta.
They did it last year, didn't they?
This is where I live. This is where I live. I have to. You can't go home. You can't go nowhere.
But you know what? Even if that game were in Atlanta, that hypothetical playoff game you're talking about, I would take Michael Vick over Matt Ryan. There's something about him, T.I. I'm not buying Matt Ryan as a top-tier quarterback. I don't know what it is. He had the preseason game a couple back where he just lit it up. I forget what it was. It was like 17 out of 19. And I watched it, and I sat back, and I said, I'm still not buying. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. There's something about him that it's just, whatever it is, there's a little something missing. He's very good, but he's not top echelon. The pieces are in place in Atlanta for them to make a big playoff. I mean, could they win their division? Could they win the NFC? Sure they could, because Julio Jones was the steal of that draft. I said it that night. Big time. He could have a big breakout year opposite Roddy White. And he had the quote the other day about defenses should just go home. They don't have a chance against them. Well, that's okay if Matt Ryan can get you the football when it's time to get you the football in the biggest games of the year. I'm not buying that yet.